Salvation Nation, welcome to the vlog. Today I am cutting deads, doing postmortems. The old necropsy, but never an autopsy. We're at the feedlot, Finn. Ready? Don't you jump on that drone. Go. Ugh. Jumped on my phone. Get out of there. Okay, I'm at the feedlot doing my postmortems. For you guys who are new here at the vlog, every once in a while I like to just let you guys know exactly why I do so many postmortems. So first off, I have a large feedlot practice, so there is a lot of animals in my practice. So a small percentage does die, but just because there is so many cattle, it equals a lot of postmortems. And secondly, we're getting into the fall run season, so that means there's more calves in the feedlots, and by default we have more postmortems as well. So why do I do the postmortem examinations? Postmortems are important in figuring out the cause of death of these animals because that helps me drive incoming processing protocols as to what vaccines to give, if any antibiotics are needed, but also treatment protocols as well. So we get an overall sense of what's going on in each individual pen, and it helps drive protocol change because we know exactly why the animals died. We do the postmortems in order to keep the rest of the herd happy and healthy. So I got 3 postmortems to do, and then I'm off to the next feedlot. Tons of pleural fluid. So this is the cranioventral lung lobe. On the right side, you can see it has all of this caseous necrosis. So there's some fibrin on the surface like you would see with a fibrinous bronchopneumonia. But with all of this caseous fibrosis here, this pathological process has gone on for a while, so this has turned into a chronic pneumonia, but still had an active infection. Normal kidney, normal liver. This is inside of his stifle joint, so that's his patella. So in the stifle, you can see he's got a lot of abnormal fluid. He's got a ton of fibrin in there, so he has an arthritis. You can see the bursa is all inflamed. So chronic pneumonia, arthritis. That means the most common etiology would be the mycoplasma organism. So he died of a mycoplasma pneumonia with a chronic polyarthritis. Poly just means more than one joint. There'd be multiple joints here that are infected. This calf was euthanized. He showed signs of septicemia. Neurological cases aren't always completely obvious, so I'm going to check with the pen riders, get a history on it. He was euthanized, signs of septicemia, so I just want to see if he was a neurological case or not. The last one, this is a big one. I know why this one died. It was euthanized as well due to calving complications. So calving complications are always very frustrating for feedlot staff. These heifers are supposed to be coming into these feedlots open or non-pregnant, and they even go as far as giving them injections to cause or induce an abortion in some cases. So heavier heifers coming into the feed yards, they'll be given a shot of prostaglandin and dexamethasone, and those are 2 drugs that are fairly benign but do induce abortion in cattle. It doesn't work in humans like that, it doesn't work in dogs like that, but it does work in cattle quite effectively. It's between 75 and maybe 90% effective. So if there is a large number of pregnant animals coming in, sometimes they will go to term without us realizing, and then they will calve, and because they're on a high concentrate ration, usually pretty fat, that sometimes the complications can be too much to overcome. Those calves are also usually quite large. So in this case, they had attempted to extract this calf, but she was going down the chute and things just weren't going right, so they like to euthanize. So I'll just split her open and take a look at that calf and see if there's anything that they could have done more, but they certainly made the right call on this one. and it was dead when they got to it, and they said it was gas filled, so an emphysematous fetus. Doing a C-section on those is extremely difficult as well, but look at the size of this calf. That is not a little baby. Crikey. She must be over 1,400 pounds, and he's just a monster. Look at that calf. Oh, the little baby makes me sad. I'm feeling sullen now. One more postmortem. Maybe it'll be something real exciting. I feel like I'm blurry. Autofocus, autofocus. There, that's better. Cody Creelman cow vet, high definition. Crazy hair, unshaven, bags under his eyes. It's about the norm. Well, this isn't the freshest thing I've ever seen. Looks like he was predated on pretty hard. Predators eating out part of his stomach there. Eating off his ear there. Surgical precision, cutting out the eyes. This is not alien abductions. The lungs are quite heavy and wet, so this is a viral interstitial pneumonia. Interstitial pattern meaning it's going across all the lung field. This is a calf early on in the feeding period, making it more likely to be viral in etiology. The aliens ate the majority of his visceral organs. Oh, did I say aliens? I meant coyotes. Okay, well, I'll finish the post-mortems. I do get this comment quite often with people asking about alien mutilations of cattle. So if you look and do a Google search, you will find so many different articles. There was even one locally. There was a producer who had reported that his animals were surgically altered with lasers or with scalpels, and he had no idea what had caused it, speculating that there was some sort of deranged individual or aliens that were practicing surgery on these critters, because there was no way that you could ever make an incision so perfectly with a predator. And I see more dead animals than anybody in the entire world, I think, probably. I see all of the different effects of scavengers, and they are pretty spectacular. Sometimes the teats can be just precisely like taken off. The eyes can be removed perfectly with like no trauma around in the surrounding tissues. You can see these cuts and ears eaten off and all these types of things. And I guess to the untrained eye, it certainly looks like that it should be like something that's a laser or a scalpel blade, but it's certainly not the case. Predators are very good at going after the soft spots first, and a lot of it is attributed to birds. They're little sharp, little pecky. What are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
In your ears.
This is what dreams are made of.
Is that an Apple AirPod? You're so techie.
Except for I've misplaced the other one.
Okay, we're gonna do a questions and answers period, but we're gonna do mail time.
Happy Thanksgiving, Canada.
Canada. US ones are like, what? Oh, look how fitting.
Oh my goodness, this looks like it's the cutest thing ever. Do you want me to read that?
Doing the mail times.
Okay.
I love it so much. So that's for the family farm days at the Eaton County Fairgrounds in Charlotte, Michigan.
Oh, I didn't get to see it.
It's turkey?
Yeah.
You have to wear it tomorrow.
It's so cute. It looks like a t-shirt.
Dear Dr. Creelman, my name is Sam McLeod. I'm from Ontario. Just love watching your YouTube videos. You give me a reason to not do my homework because I want to watch your YouTube videos. You are the best YouTuber in the world. Better than all the funky young kids out there like Jake Paul, Roman Atwood, Logan Paul, PewDiePie. You're just like 1,000 times better, so keep making amazing vlogs. Sam, I believe your dad watches my videos too, and he's also a cow vet, so you're gonna be in big trouble for not doing your homework. Sam sent some pens. Thank you very much.
And a very nice t-shirt.
It's just a t-shirt day.
Thanks.
That's a
really
beautiful
nice.
t-shirt.
Any advice for an undergrad worried about getting into school?
You just only have one chance, so you just have to work really, really hard right now, and hopefully it all pays off in the end.
Yeah.
But you only have one chance.
We were at school every day from like 7 a.m. till midnight, basically. Is having kids and being a vet as challenging of a task as it seems?
Yes.
But I don't think it's the career. I think it's the
Yeah,
kids.
I don't think it's a career either. Kids are just challenging. Full stop.
Is there an abundance of cow vet work in Canada?
Uh,
And is the cold worth it?
It's certainly geographical, and that's what I say to anyone who wants to be a cow vet. The only unfortunate thing is you have to move to where the cows are. So in
Yeah.
Alberta there is a lot of cows, so there's a lot of cow vet work, but there's certainly areas where there's just not enough to sustain a practice like the one that we have here.
I have lots of dreams of moving somewhere warmer, but why do all the really cool vets work with dairy cows? They do, like Kelly Barrett.
Yes. I don't know, Andrew. I guess it's just the place to be. I didn't see my son sending you any mail time though, did I?
How do you keep the water tank in the truck from freezing in the winter?
There's hoses that go off my radiator in my truck, and it circulates through a radiator in the water tank of the vet truck, so it heats it up.
Lori wants to know how we got Finn, and did we specifically want
Did
a
you say
schnauzer?
Finn?
Yeah. Thank you. Finn.
Oh, Finn. We got Finn right when we got married, right when I got into vet school. We looked up a Schnauzer breeder.
I feel like you're lying
What?
entirely. This is how it went down. I wanted a dog, and you didn't. You're like, Ellie shed. Meh, 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 meh. So then I found dogs that don't shed. So then I found these dogs on Kijiji, and I said, let's just go look at them, and if you don't like them, we won't get one. Which, I mean, who is not going to like a puppy? What was it like when you had your first cases on your own after vet school?
Terrifying, every single one of them. I would say it was probably an overconfident new graduate. So, so I never really let it show, but I certainly had panic and fear when I went out to my first solo C-section, my first solo uterine prolapse. But as time goes by, every call you just kind of, yes.
I was just wondering if your head was really huge.
So big.
Are you getting John Travolta head?
Yeah, maybe. Is this better? What can one do to make a client feel confident with you, build clientele? You just have to be honest with them. You have to say, I don't know when I don't know. Don't be scared to call a friend, phone a vet, request referrals, stuff like that. Clients will certainly appreciate that more than you trying to just BS your way through a call.
How do you not get nauseous while cutting deads? I interned at a feedlot this summer, and it was difficult to get past the smell. Yes.
What
it
smell?
is.
Doesn't bother me. I have a strong stomach.
You do. How did you start vlogging, and do you wish you would have started sooner? Yes, I do, like, selfishly, because I see, like, when I was pregnant with Neve, and then when she was born, and I wish that we had that with Em.
Or imagine even in vet school, like when we first got married.
I'd have divorced you if you were vlogging that.
No, but imagine if we had some footage from then.
Yeah, I know, but there was just no time. What is the strangest thing you found during a PM? Do you have a favorite type of cattle to work with?
Sienna's cows, because they're friendly.
You don't have any cattle of your own. Is there a reason for that? Would you have them?
I think we would have a couple cows.
Not like a herd.
No, not a herd. We just live in town and don't have a land base, and I'm not a farmer. I'm a vet. What's that?
Isn't that what Mr. Burns does when he's thinking, like, you will see what we've got in the mix to come. Did you ever doubt that you wanted to be a veterinarian? No.
No.
Did you doubt that you could become one?
No. I always thought I would do it. Maybe.
Come off it.
Yeah, I've had a disgusting, unwavering confidence in life goal that I was going to be a vet.
What is the most... Am I, like, turning pink? I'm so hot. What is the most... Am I?
Yeah, good thing you have the blue light of the phone. It's neutralizing it.
That's green that neutralizes.
How's your back? What treatment plan are you following? Healthy dog, healthy animals. Losing clothes, are we?
So hot.
Stop cooking at 9 at night. My back is super sore because I just drove like literally 2,000 kilometers in the last 2 days.
He was in the fine province of Saskatchewan. What drew you to a bovine-focused career?
I just grew up with cows. It was always my natural default, my comfort zone. So I liked all aspects of vet med, but the opportunity to work with farmers every day was highly appealing.
Would you ever consider visiting South Mississippi?
Of course. I want to go to Mississippi so bad.
What is the most exotic cow breed you have worked with? Speckled Park.
I'd probably say the Ling cattle. Annie's cows.
Oh.
So they're from the Isle of Ling in Scotland, and they're kind of like Highlands crossed with, yeah, I don't know what they're crossed with. They're beautiful.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
Me? Oh, I hate Halloween.
Cody
It's the
has like,
worst. Oh.
okay, you know, like so let's back this truck up to like the question about the PM pit on a feedlot. So you know the, like, how do you get over the PM pit grossness? So Cody, like that guttural reaction you have to like a smelly ass bloat on plus 30 days is how he feels about face paint or masks. Like it actually makes him nauseous.
I hate Halloween so much.
And his fear of clowns, like I know it's trendy right now to be afraid of clowns, but his fear of clowns is like pee your pants and cry as a grown man.
But there's so much face paint on. Face paint is disgusting. Oh.
What's the craziest surgery you've ever done?
Craziest surgery would probably be the vlog where I did the bilateral nasal cleft.
Oh, yeah.
So the baby with the little proboscis, that little elephant nose that we sewed together.
What would you want a high school student to know even if they don't go into a vet-related field? Can I just like do one quick thing? I know you want to be in love and date in high school and find your like soulmate and be so happy. Do not waste your time dating. It's a waste. You might marry the person you went to high school with, but the odds are like, just like hang out with your friends and experience things. Don't date. That's my piece of advice.
My piece of advice is to be the weird kid. So I have this extremely strong passion about like, I'm constantly thinking about who are the cool kids and who are the weird kids. And the weird kids, they always win in the end. So if you're a weird kid, just stay weird. Just be as weird as you possibly can, because those kids are always the like late bloomers and the really like happy and fulfilled ones.
Yeah, like high school seems so important at the time, and it is, but it's such a brief part of your life. So if you're having like a tough week or a month or a year, just remember that it's really just a flash in the pan. When can ultrasound be done for fetal sexing in bovine?
What's most ideal is 75 days, although you can do it a little bit earlier, and I've certainly done it out to like 150 days if you get the right positioning on the fetus.
Did Diana go to university, and if so, what did she study? Yes, I did. We met in university, and I studied agriculture and natural resource economics.
I believe in miracles. Where you from?
Yeah, basically. Okay.
Are you still sweating?
I am so hot. Maybe I'm going through menopause and we don't have to worry about another baby. So your kids are precious and you have a lovely wife. Oh, that's sweet. But you don't seem to spend much time with them because of work. I see that you try to take your kids to work and such, but does it bother you a lot? Or is it that you don't vlog at home, so we just see your work life? I'd say that one. Like, you don't vlog at home, so you just see the work stuff, right?
Yeah. Do you think that I'm home enough?
Yeah. I think so. Have you ever gotten sick from doing a necropsy?
Not on a cow. I don't think I've ever had a case. Like, can you think of the time I got sick?
No.
But when I was an undergrad student, I did necropsies on chickens for 2 summers. I got Campylobacter so bad that I pooped my pants.
You're telling a poop story on the internet.
I pooped my pants while I was at the urinal.
And he had to throw away his underwear.
And I had to ride my bike home 140
90
blocks.
blocks.
No, that one was 140 blocks. Oh.
We lived a really charmed life.
And I was wearing white pants. And that's the day.
Do you want to watch Gone Girl?
Oh, you need to go to bed.
You need to watch Gone Girl to know what I'm going to do to you one day. And that's the day.
You gotta punch the camera.
Why? I don't like that.
I look in here.
Stay out of my gas hole.